Morning, guys. This is gonna be a tough video to make. When I started doing videos, I swore that I would only give you guys the truth, the good and the bad. You know, the good is easy to do, the bad is not so easy to do. It's really hard to share that stuff. So come along today. Today's gonna be challenging, but I'm really glad you're here with me. As I was opening up the coop today, I noticed that Elvis in our pet flock looked really thin, like really thin. And when I really looked at her, half her feathers are gone. She had been pecked like crazy during the night. It's my fault because I made their little sleeping space too small. That's going to be my first guess. It's not big enough. It wasn't meant to be permanent, but I guess a week to 10 days is too long. She can't be outside. It's too cold. I think even with heaters, she would struggle. We're going to have a house chicken for a while. And of all the chickens to have to do this with, I guess Elvis would be the best one that it happened to. Because like I've said in my past videos, she's this little fearless thing. And she used to wander the house when she was a chick. Some of my other sleeping spaces are just a little small, like just at the minimum. I've really got to hurry up and fix this because I cannot have this happen to any more of my chickens. You know, she's super stressed out. She's really upset. I don't blame her. She was probably picked on all night. So this is my setup in our bathroom. It's really a mess right now, but Elvis is perfectly happy to stay on top of this crate, but I need to protect her a little bit more. This little boy came into the house because I thought he was sick, but as soon as I pulled him in, he acted totally normal. So I think he was going through a little bit of bullying too. But you can see that Elvis doesn't have anything on her legs or her feet. I got worried that maybe she was doing this to herself, so I checked her for lice and mites, and she doesn't have anything. I gave her some protein. I'm gonna make sure she has a little bit of extra calcium. Wondering if she did this to herself, but again, it was overnight and I don't know. We'll find out. One of the things happening today too is that little red pile boy who has been waiting for his mom and I to coordinate to get him to his new home. She lives 2 hours from us, so we're gonna meet halfway and make the exchange. Here's our main coop, and as you can see, there's a covered chicken yard attached to it. But I can't put the chickens in it really because it is not 100% secure from weasels. And I don't know how to make the area around the tree predator proof without damaging the tree. And I haven't wanted to put in the time and expense because of that tree. I think I came up with a solution. This is the greenhouse that we built last spring. And I have seen other homesteads that totally use these as chicken coops. So I really think this could be my solution. First thing I have to do is clean it all out. All of our gardening stuff is in here, so that's going to have to go. Now there are some modifications that I'll need to make this predator proof. The entire interior will need to be covered with hardware cloth. That ensures that no weasels can get through. That includes a window and that venting fan in the back. The floor is actually covered like 90% with this plastic flooring that was from a shed that got scrunched by a tree a couple winters ago. So once I clean this all out, I'm going to have to do an inspection of that flooring. And if I'm missing anything, I'm going to have to put hardware cloth underneath it and tuck it under. I need to make sure that nothing can dig underneath into the coop. Adding a ventilation window to this end will also be a must. So there are a couple of challenges to using this as my coop. This is how far away I am from the house and any water, which means carrying water to the coop every single day instead of the every other day that I have to do. And since no electricity means that I will have frozen water every day, which is totally doable, but it was nice to have heaters for the water. And another thing, it's a pretty slippery slope on the way to the greenhouse. You can see snow covered. I really have to be careful when I go through here. So another project I think that would make this easier is for me to use those pallets as steps. So I think I can easily do that. So guys, I really think this is going to work. Let me know what you think down in the comments. So I found this little piece of material right next to our bird feeder, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out what it was. Then I saw this little red squirrel with it in its mouth. So he's taken apart our Tibetan prayer flags, probably for his nest. Good thing they're not expensive. We are never going to be one of those video channels where everything is perfect. If you haven't noticed that already in watching our videos, there's stuff everywhere. There's no time to keep it all perfect. I watch a channel called Garden Answer, and if any of you guys are gardeners, amazing. They're amazing, and so much information. Probably half the information I now have in my brain is from Laura at Garden Answer. But everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. Like, I think I've only seen one weed the whole time that they've been on the YouTube, and I've watched them. I think I've watched them for 3 years now. One weed. And she says that there are things that die, but you don't really see them. Perfect though. Doesn't matter how much land they have. Perfection. But I had to kind of stop watching because I was getting a lot envious. We're never going to be one of those channels. We try, but it doesn't work. Thanks for watching this video, you guys, and consider subscribing if you enjoyed it. If you guys want to see a video where Elvis, Ozzy, Daisy, and Angel were about 6 months old, I'll leave that video right here.